Oh, I have to play like an F sharp minor 7, low key and mokey. I'm like, no, bro, just play an A minor. Hi, coffee, very good. Bring yourself a cup of coffee. In this video, I'm gonna tell you stuff that no music teacher or guitar YouTuber will ever tell you. I will teach you about one thing and one thing only: jazz vocabulary. I'm assuming you know your major scale and pentatonic scale. Other than that, I'm assuming you just want to break out of those boxes. You're probably into like blues, funk, soul. You like those genres, but you want to like make your solos stick out more, make them more like sophisticated, if you will. Like, you want to break out of those pentatonic boxes and get into a jazzier landscape. If you want the full benefit of this video, please don't get distracted by your phone. Don't open a new tab. Let's just have me and you time. Put this video in full screen, and then let's just me and you have this moment together, alright? Put your full effort and focus into what I'm saying, and you'll be golden, alright? Cheers to that. I remember trying to learn jazz vocabulary a while ago, and like all the teachers I had, or like every YouTube video, I felt like everybody just talked about like, you gotta have good technique, you gotta know all the scales, you gotta know all the theory. And I was like, well, yeah, but how do I play like George Benson, you know? They never really talked about breaking out of the pentatonic box and like actually like what's the key to getting that language under your finger. Like, I was overwhelmed by all that. Like, I was overwhelmed by all that like theory and like all that stuff. So I went on a personal journey to just find it by myself, because I knew how I wanted to sound like and I knew what I wanted to say. So it became like my own personal journey. And that journey really made me find the hacks that really made me achieve a higher sense of freedom on the guitar. This video is all about you realizing some shit, alright? I want stuff to click for you, as it did for me. So with no further ado, pick up your guitar if you're at home. Maybe you're on the train and then, well, you can't pick up your guitar. Then you can just visualize yourself playing, right? So we're gonna work with an E7 vamp for the first example. First and foremost, let's get warm. Let's play some pentatonic shit over this. Just get warm, alright? I'm assuming that's your comfort zone right now. Wouldn't it be cool to start doing stuff like this? So I basically just mixed the E blues scale there with an A major scale. E blues scale, A major scale. Those were the two scales that I used. But Armin, what does the E7 have to do with the A major scale? They're related. The same way you're related to your mommy. So it's a dominant chord, which means it comes before a one chord, a tonic chord, if you will. So the tonic chord in this case is the A major, right? So we're using... So it's a really nice sound to have under your fingers over dominant chords. So with that said, it means the E7... it's diatonic to A, right? So it's in the same, like A is the mommy, E7 is just a kid, you know, but she gave birth to this guy, right? So basically, with that said, you can always use an A major scale when you're talking with, like when you're using a E7 voicing, right? So when you have an E7, you can always think just, okay, you can always go to the A and be like... So it's a nice thing to know, right? Let's play the A major scale once over the E7, just to... So you know the A major scale starts on an A, but if you start on a B, and you play it in this position... instead, so it's still an A major scale, but you start on the B. So if you do that instead, you get kind of the box which you're in, like like this E7 region, you get like, you wanna be able to like be in that box, and that's also called a B Dorian, right? If you're starting on B instead of A, then you have a B Dorian. It's true. So don't think about that. If that's like, wait, what are you saying? Don't think about it too much. Just think about it being like the second degree of A, alright? Let's play an A major scale, but start on B. A B Dorian works super well with an E7 chord, right? Coffee. Already it sounds jazz, right? Like already you can feel like, alright, that might be a thing that will like make me break out of the box. And it's still just the major scale, right? So the blues scale you already knew. I hope you knew the major scale from before, but otherwise, I mean, just learn the major scale and suddenly you're like, well, now you're starting to make melody. You're starting to get into the more like jazz landscape, right? Now for the next step, I'm actually gonna teach you some language. I'm gonna teach you some words, some phrases, which you can apply to any chord. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about how those licks can be applied to any type of chord, which is gonna give you the flexibility to basically being able to play over any chord. And what I mean with that is, when I hear a minor 7 flat 5, I wanna have a lick which works on an A major, an A minor too, and I wanna have a lick that works on C major too. So that works very good, but works over an A major and right, works over C too. So that gives me so much more flexibility when I'm improvising, because I'm not seeing this as an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. I'm seeing it as like, okay, this is like an, if I go up a minor third, I have like A minor formations. Like I could just go nuts with all the A minor stuff I have, because I know that that's like the flexibility you want to get to. You want to see a chord and be like, okay, if I go up a minor third, I can use A minor. So like I just played A minor pentatonic over a F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Isn't that cool? Like that's the stuff you already know. Like, if you have a right. Like, it's beautiful, and that's how you should start thinking. Don't try to learn like a million new stuff. Just take the stuff you know. Like, I mean, I know. Like you see how that works so well over. It's jazzy. So what I've done is I looped 5 chords. An A minor 7, a C major 7, a F sharp minor 7 flat 5, a D7, and a G major 7. So that's 5 chords. I'm only gonna play A Dorian over all these chords, alright? So I'm putting in some chromatics to like. So now I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna play like A pentatonic over the same chords. The goal here is to not get overwhelmed by the chords. It's just most of the stuff you know work over most of the chords, right? So I'm gonna do one bebop phrase now over all those same chords. Yeah. That's what I want you to get in your head, that you don't have to learn so much new information all the time. You just apply the stuff you know and try to apply it over many chords so you get that like, oh, okay. So when I see an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, I can literally just, like, you can literally, it's so weird that it works. It is basically theory. You can explain why it works, but I think it's so weird in a way that, because all the time I'll be like, oh my god, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. I always like think, oh, I have to play like an F sharp minor 7 Locri and Moki. I'm like, no, bro, just play an A minor. I think that sounds more melodic and bebop-y, and that's kind of where we want to go, right? So this is basically one step closer to achieving freedom on your guitar. Applying stuff you know, and like those phrases I played, you can transcribe them and start applying them to different chords, and your life will become so much easier. Like, so much easier. I'm not even kidding, man. So what we've done is we've played over E7, right? The first thing we did. And we played E7 using the blues scale first, and then after that, we play the A major scale, or the B Dorian scale, if you will, which they're the same scale, right? and that was basically just enter a more jazzy landscape. So like getting more into the sound of the chord. After that, I demonstrated how the same phrase work over 5 different chords. And that's what I hope will give you like a clicking sensation, like you know, that light bulb moment. I really hope that happens, because that's for me, that was revolutionary, to be able to like use a pentatonic over it. Like when you have that, you can just play A minor. You have the E, you have the A there, right? It will surely open up the door for you to like get into this world much. It will be so much easier, because it actually shows you how you can use the stuff you already know. Now, where do you go from here, you might ask? Now you have tools, right? You got some tools to be able to like orientate yourself in this world a little better. You're gonna use these tools in a way that's gonna suit you, okay? Also want you to start listening now, because now you have the tools, right? So when you're listening to music, stuff will be easier for you to understand, because you can like apply stuff, right? Listen to, I don't care who you're listening to. If it's Tom Misch, if it's Esperanza Spalding, if it's Charlie Parker, I don't care who it is. Start listening to the guys you want to sound like, right? If there's something you're like, I want to break out of that box. Yeah, but who's doing it? Who can you start stealing licks from? Like if you hear Tom Misch doing like a, I don't know what he does. If he does something, steal it, right? Steal what he does, and then when you've stolen it, don't just think, well, he's doing it over a minor. No, he's doing it over A minor, but can I play that over a C major? Can I play it over a B minor? Can I play it over a F sharp? You know what I'm saying? So if you have a loop pedal, that's a great thing, because then you can just loop different chords and you can like get so jazzy with it. If you do these steps, like if you start applying this, you will start feeling free on your guitar. No questions asked. And the good thing is you can always return to this video, slow it down, watch it again, and to get the information under your fingers, to get the licks, if you want to like hear the licks again, you can always do that. So there's no stress. Take it like, really see it as a process that's gonna take some time, but like, it's supposed to be fun. Remember, if it's not fun, you're doing something wrong, okay? I hope stuff clicked for you. If it did, yes sir! That's what I thought. I knew you could do it. I know you're gonna keep doing this because you love music. We love music. The Unfiltered Guitar community is a beautiful place. We talk a lot on the Discord, which you can enter. And other than that, I'm really just joyful playing music, and I really hope you are too. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.